Now, and we are now going to go into 8-minute rounds, and we'll do it by seniority and alternate from side to side. I wanted to talk about, just for a moment, the provision of documents. Senator Wyden and others have had much to do about this, but our job is to provide oversight, to try to see that the CIA and the intelligence communities operate legally. In order to do that, it is really necessary to understand what the official legal interpretation is. So the Office of Legal Counsel opinions become very important. We began during the Bush administration with Mr. Bradbury to ask for OLC opinions. Up to last night, when the President called the Vice Chairman, Senator Wyden, and myself and said that they were providing the OLC opinions, we have not been able to get them. It makes our job to interpret what is legal or not legal much more difficult if we do not have those opinions. The staff has asked for 8 additional opinions. What I want to know is, will you become our advocate with the administration so that we can obtain those opinions?
Well, Chairman, the National Security Act, as amended, requires that the heads of intelligence agencies provide the committee with the appropriate legal documentation to support covert actions. I would certainly be an advocate of making sure that this committee has the documentation it needs in order to perform its oversight functions. I have been an advocate of that position. I will continue to be.
I take that as a yes, and I'm counting on you to provide 8 OLC opinions. Second question on this. When the opinion came over, our staff were banned from seeing it this morning. We have lawyers. We have very good staff. This is upsetting to a number of members. We depend on our staff because you can't take material home. You can't take notes with you. So the staff becomes very important. Do you happen to know the reason why our staff are not permitted when we are permitted to see an OLC?
Senator, Chairman, I understand fully your interest in having your staff have access to this documentation. Fully understandable. The reason for providing information just to committee members at times is to ensure that it is kept on a limited basis. It is rather exceptional, as I think you know, that the Office of Legal Counsel opinion or advice would be shared directly with you. Right. And this, I think, was determined because of the rather exceptional nature of the issue and in a genuine effort to try to meet the committee's requirements. I understand your interest in having the staff access to it.
If you would relay the request
officially,
we'd appreciate it very much.
I will.
Second thing, when I spoke with you in my office, we talked about our report on detention and interrogation, the 6,000-page report you mentioned. I asked you if you would please read it. You said you would. You said you would for sure read the 300-page summary. Have you done so?
Yes, Chairman. I have read the first volume, which is 300 pages.
Then let me ask you this question. Were the EITs key to the takedown of Osama bin Laden?
Chairman, the report right now still remains classified, and the report has been provided to the agency and the executive branch for comments. There clearly were a number of things, many things that I read in that report that were very concerning and disturbing to me, and ones that I would want to look into immediately if I were to be confirmed as CIA Director. It talked about mismanagement of the program, misrepresentations of the information, providing inaccurate information, and it was rather damning in a lot of its language as far as the nature of these activities that were carried out. I am eager to see the agency's response to that report. I read those 300 pages. I look forward, if confirmed, to reading the entire 6,000-page volume because it is of such gravity and importance. But, Chairman, I do not yet have, and nor has the CIA finished its review of this information. That committee's report was done, obviously, with over an extended period of time tremendous amount of work that's gone into it, based on a review of the documentary information that was available, the documents. There were not interviews conducted with CIA officers. I very much look forward to hearing from the CIA on that and then coming back to this committee and giving you my full and honest views.
Well, thank you. You will have that opportunity, I assure you. I'd like to ask you about the status of the administration's efforts to institutionalize rules and procedures for the conduct of drone strikes. In particular, how you see your role as CIA director in that approval process.
Chairman, as this committee knows, and I'm sure wants to continue to protect certain covert action activities. But let me talk generally about the counterterrorism program and the role of CIA and this effort to try to institutionalize and to ensure we have as rigorous a process as possible, that we feel that we're taking the appropriate actions at the appropriate time. The President has insisted that any actions we take will be legally grounded, will be thoroughly anchored in intelligence, will have the appropriate review process, approval process, before any action is contemplated, including those actions that might involve the use of lethal force. The different parts of the government that are involved in this process are involved in the interagency, and my role as the President's counterterrorism advisor was to help to orchestrate this effort over the past 4 years to ensure, again, that any actions we take fully comport with our law and meet the standards that I think this committee and the American people expect of us as far as taking the actions we need to protect the American people, but at the same time ensuring that we do everything possible before we need to resort to lethal force.
Thank you.